Greetings everyone, Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell, and welcome to the latest episode in my ongoing LOTRO series covering the Lord of the Rings Online MMORPG. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing, is VIP worth it, or is the monthly subscription worth it? Now, this video was inspired by the previous video that I did in the same vein, all the way back in September of 2020, which has kind of become the backbone of my LOTRO videos on this YouTube channel. That video was called Is Free-to-Play Worth It? And that was the first time I had ever actually played Lord of the Rings Online free to play. And it was an experiment that I started with my brother where we came in and said, hey, we've played LOTRO all these years. We've always come in and played as VIPs. Let's do it from the free to play perspective and see what it's like. And I did a video about the free to play experience. I talked about the pros and cons, and that video has proven to be fairly evergreen and popular over the months since then. So I'm sitting here now, it's been, I don't know, 7, 8 months, however many months it's been. We're in May, so yeah, I think it's been like 6, 7 months. I can't do math. But I did switch back to VIP in December of 2020. And here I am in May 2021. I'm still on the VIP subscription, and I will be continuing with the VIP subscription. But I do want to talk about it a little bit more in greater detail because there are some pros and cons to the VIP subscription, and it really is, the discussion about is it worth it is really going to be subjective and based upon how much you think you're going to be playing this game and what you really want to get out of the Lord of the Rings Online. So let me preface this by saying that I have been playing this game since launch. I have not played it as my only MMORPG. I haven't had a primary MMORPG since the days of EverQuest 2. I did EverQuest 1 for 7 years. I did EverQuest 2 for about 7 years. I did main Vanguard for a little bit. We were in Vanguard Alpha and Beta for about 18 months and then about 6 months into launch. And then as soon as we wrapped up with Vanguard, I found this game because it had just come out around the same time. And I have basically played Lord of the Rings Online every year for 3 to 4 months every year since launch. I did not pick up a lifetime subscription when they were available way back in the day, and I do thoroughly regret that because um, I could have saved myself a hell of a lot of money over the years. But I consider this money well spent because for the amount of entertainment that I get and the amount of time that I've spent in this game, this is the one MMORPG that I've played throughout the years reliably every single year. The only other games that I've done that with are like EverQuest 1. I have an equivalent amount of time in because I've gone back and done progression servers and Project 1999 and stuff. And then Star Wars Old Republic, which I have played Star Wars Old Republic since it launched. I play it every single year for about 3 months. I usually come in and do a 3-month block. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about LOTRO VIP and why I personally think it's worth it. I do. I do it every single year, and I'm going to talk about why. So I think the first most important aspect of whether or not, is the VIP subscription going to be worth it to you is, do you play enough to justify paying a monthly subscription? If you're someone who, like my brother, only plays sporadically. Like right now, the way my brother and I have always played is every winter he has a lot more time to play, and so during the winter months we usually play together, and that's usually when I play LOTRO. This is one of the first years where I have done LOTRO on my own, and the reason I am doing so is because this is pretty much one of the backbone games for my YouTube channel. I do several different things here on my YouTube channel, but between the LOTRO Cooking in Real Life series and the LOTRO videos that I produce, this is a backbone project for me, so I play it quite a bit. But during the experiment that we just did, my brother played from like November, December, January, February into March. He played free to play, and I played VIP. And the reason he only played as a free-to-play individual this time around was because he was only playing 2 nights a week. Previously, when we have usually played 4 nights a week every single year up until this year. This year, his children are older. We have more things going on. We have other projects we're working on. So he didn't have 4 nights a week to play like we typically do. So being that he only had 2 nights a week this time around, the free to play version worked good for him. Whereas I play Lord of the Rings Online a minimum of 4 days per week, sometimes 5 days a week. So I'm putting in a significantly larger time investment in terms of the amount of time that I put into this game. So for me, first and foremost, one of the reasons that I think VIP is worth it for me is because I play enough to justify the perks that come along with the VIP subscription. So let's talk a little bit about those. I think the biggest thing for me, which I haven't used them in a while, but one of the nice things about the VIP subscription is you do get, I forget how many points you get per month. I think it's like 500 points per month. But the LOTRO points can be used for a lot of things that are available in the cash shop or the item shop. Most of these things are what I would consider to be perks or bonuses. There's things in here like cosmetic items. There's some things that some people might consider to be pay to win, but considering this is a PvE game, I don't really look at those kinds of things as pay to win because whether or not someone pays to speed up their experience or not doesn't affect my enjoyment of the game whatsoever. So it doesn't really bother me about some of these items being the quote unquote pay to win. But the point being is that the only way to get LOTRO points is either through playing the game and doing deeds and completing quests and so on and so forth, or buying them for real life currency. Now, if you're a subscriber, if you're a VIP, you automatically get points per month, and it's well worth the investment if you're asking me. As far as the subscription goes, I always pay for a 3 month block, which comes out to $30, which is really inexpensive if you look at it that way. It's basically $10 a month for me to come in here and uh, play the game. So for $10 a month, I get points per month. And if you look at the cost of the points, it's really not that much more if you're, looking at 500 points versus 700 points or whatever the case might be. That's one of the perks you get from the VIP. The other perk that you get from VIP is the ability to use Destiny points, which are in Wallet. And I've used up most of mine, but Destiny perks, I don't like these hideous outfits. Show you guys the actual outfit that I'm wearing. There we go. That looks much better. So if you have Destiny points, you can spend your Destiny points on things like accelerated experience, run speed buffs, hit point buffs, hope buffs, so on and so forth. The thing that I use it for most frequently is the accelerated experience points. And the only way you can spend Destiny points is if you are a VIP player. So if you are a VIP, you can use these points. If you are not a VIP, you can't use them. You can collect them, you can earn them through gameplay, but you can't actually use these Destiny point perks unless you are a VIP subscriber. Hand in hand with that is the fact that when you are a VIP, you'll notice here down at the bottom where I just scrolled down, it says remaining VIP bonus. There is rest XP in this game if you are a VIP player. So when you log out, you start earning rest XP, and there's a cap on it, but you can earn, up to a little bit of rest XP every single day. And when you log in, it enhances your experience and helps you progress your character a little further. On top of that is the fact that they regularly run VIP bonus buffs across the whole server for VIP subscribers, which these might be crafting bonus XP, it might be adventuring XP for killing mobs and so on and so forth and doing quests and the like. But by being a VIP, you are automatically going to be able to progress your character faster than if you were playing the game free to play because you're automatically going to get rest XP, you're going to be able to use the Destiny points perks, and you're going to get those server-wide buffs. If you are on a free to play account, the only way you can ever do that is if you get the you'll get XP uh, bonus items from like the daily boxes that you can open, the mithril boxes. I think it's what I forget what they're called actually. I'm gonna have to go look at that in a second. Or you can buy them from the LOTRO store, which are these things right here. It's the Hobbit presents. That's what they're called. So every day you can open one of these for free. Um, but these are only available, as I recall, the gold is only available to VIPs. You can open this once a week, which I'm going to open it now, and you get random stuff for your virtue points and an assortment of dwarf candles, which interesting. What are these? Oops, I interrupted. I'm curious what these look like. Placing a beacon. I'm assuming that goes way up high. Yeah, so it's like a waypoint kind of thing. So anyway, that's a little bit of the overview of some of the VIP perks related to experience and progression of your character. So you do get to progress a lot more quickly through your VIP subscription. This is really useful at the higher levels, but I've also found this to be useful when I want to roll an alt because I'll always have alts at the ready, and the easiest way for me is I wait until there is a VIP bonus weekend where they're giving the server-wide buff for VIPs, and I'll log in. And the last time I did it, I did a Guardian from 1 to 20 in like a Saturday afternoon. I just came in, logged in, played that character, got him to level 20, and then I forgot about him until 6 weeks later, whenever it was when they did the next VIP subscription thing bonus, and then I logged in that character and proceeded to get bonus experience with that character. So those are the couple of the bonus that you get, a couple of the perks. You also can use the fast travel. So all characters can use fast travel between the various destinations, but there are certain places that you can only fast travel to if you are on a VIP subscription or if you have previously paid for a VIP subscription while playing that individual character. Now, this is the one that some people have criticized because they say, oh, why would you design a feature into the game that requires you to have to pay money in order to use? And I would counter that and say, well, fast travel was actually designed before the game went free to play. It's just one of the items that they chose to monetize when they decided to split up the free to play versus perks. And it's not to say you can't fast travel. There are just limitations on the destinations you can fast travel to on the free to play account versus the VIP subscription. Some other bonuses, and I'm having to remember here from memory, I believe when it comes to the traits for your character, and these are like, I consider traits to be perks. They're just ways that you can additionally flesh out your character with some stats and buffs and so on and so forth. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't played free to play in a while. When you're playing free to play, you only have the first two unlocked, and then if you want to unlock the additional three, you have to pay LOTRO points per additional slot to unlock these all. If you're on a VIP subscription, they automatically are all available to you right off the bat. Same thing goes for the racial traits. There are some limitations, I believe, on these um, additional buffs on the side that you get, which are like the passives. There's a limitation to these if you are on the free to play, but if you are as a VIP, you automatically get these as you progress and spend points throughout the game. What else can I think of? I think there's limitations on cosmetic outfits regardless, but you can see here, like, I think these are just the same for VIP and etc. The other thing about the VIPs is that you get discounts in the store on certain items. It just kind of depends, but they usually give you a discount. These are just sales that happen anyway, but you sometimes get discounts per being a VIP off the get-go. I'm not seeing anything in here that I need at the moment. I'm actually curious now about these. And then traditionally, because I often forget about it because I just run my subscription. You'll notice that I don't have a lot of points saved up in the Lotro store, and that's because I regularly spend my points on things like mithril coins, which can be used for fast travel and some additional perks and bonuses throughout the game. So that really does kind of enhance the gameplay in terms of speeding things up. And looking at the free to play version, you can still earn Lotro points through gameplay. You can also buy Lotro points with coin, which we briefly talked about in the earlier part of the video. I like the fact that I can just pay and I have access to everything and good to go from there. Now, the other bonus, and this is probably a big one for a lot of people, um, in terms of the the gameplay content, VIP gives you access to kind of everything in terms of the game content without there being any limitations. Here's an example. The amount of coin that you can carry is limited if you are on a free to play account. So I think you're capped at like I think it's 5 gold or 7 gold. But if you have a VIP account, that gold restriction is lifted. Now, of course, you can also pay to have that restriction lifted on the free to play account. And my brother and I, at one point, we were actually, and I want to get him on the next time he comes back to play in the winter. I think we're going to do a side by side comparison because he's been playing his account since 2010 and he's often played free to play with his friends and stuff. He and I have often played VIP together, but he has often played on his own free to play on his own time from time to time. And as a result, he has built up over the years and he's gotten all of the perks and purchased all of the perks through just earning Lotro coins and eventually, spending $10 here, $7 here. A good example was this past Christmas holiday, the December 2020 holiday, we both own the Quad Pack, which I picked up for him years ago. The Quad Pack gives you everything. It's Moria, Isengard, excuse me, it's Moria, Mirkwood, Isengard, and Rohan. So it's 4 expansions worth of content plus all of the content in between, all the quest packs, all everything. It's all there. But what's not included in that is all of the base zones for the original game, like the Shadows of Angmar. So you get several of those zones are for free with the free to play package. The other ones require you to have a VIP subscription, like I have, and you can just play those zones without ever needing to pay for them. But if you have the free to play account, some of the zones are off limits unless you buy the quest packs. And he was able to get the entirety of the Shadows of Angmar quest packs for like $7 on sale this past holiday season. So he and I were talking. He's like, "You pay $10 a month to get access to all that content. I paid $7 one time, and now I have access to that content forever." Whereas if I ever shut my VIP account off, I do own everything from Mirkwood up to Rohan, but I don't have any of the quest packs for Shadows of Angmar. So if I want to go do some of the areas in Shadows of Angmar, I have to actually buy those quest packs. Or if you have the VIP subscription, you just get access to all of those quest packs. So that's one of the pros cons. You can look at it that way. I'm happy to pay $10 a month because for me, I'm playing the game frequently enough that I get my money's worth when I look at it that way. Um, because I do play, like I said, 4 or 5 days a week. I play this game, and I usually play for, man, it just depends. Hour and a half, 2 hours each time I sit down to play. Saturday mornings, I'll usually play for 2.5 hours, like maybe 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes I'll do three, but it's pretty rare for me to do a 3 hour session. But I do play, an hour and a half, 2 hours most time I sit down. So if I do that 3 times a week, I'm getting in, let's just say I'll play conservatively 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month. So for $10 a month, I'm getting my money's worth out of it, if you look at it that way. What else can I think about for the VIP subscription? I'm hitting on the broad strokes in this video just because those are the things that for me matter to me the most is getting access to all the things, having the enhanced experience and the rest XP and getting those buffs, being able to get the Lotro points every single month, which I then use frequently. And then yeah, fast travel, stuff of that nature. It's all good times for me. So yeah, that's my kind of quick overview on VIP versus free to play. It's worth it for me because I do use my LOTRO points frequently. That's why I don't have a lot of them here, and it makes sense to me to just have to get like 500 points every single month. I don't think I've ever, in the lifetime that I've played this game, I've never actually paid for LOTRO points or LOTRO coins apart from my subscription. I usually come in and I pay, my 3 months, and usually I only play for 3 months. This is the first year that I've played for longer than 3 months. This year I'm into my second block right now, so we'll be doing at some point. I think it's due for renewal soon, and I'll be going into my next block. But that's because I'm using this as the backbone of my YouTube channel, so I'm creating a lot of LOTRO content. So it's for me, I just keep going. Like I said, $10 a month is it's pocket change, so I don't consider that to be a big expenditure. So is VIP worth it? I think it depends on you. If you're going to be playing the game for, you know, several days a week, and you're going to be playing the game for at least 3 to 4 months, I would say that yes, picking up a 3 month subscription is worth it because you're going to get um, LOTRO points out of it. You're going to get bonus XP for alts or your main character. You get access to, all of the Shadows of Angmar content without needing to worry about picking up quest packs and everything else. And from there, you can go on and decide if you're going to keep playing the game or not after your initial 3 months. And for 30 bucks, honestly, I know some people have criticized that you have to pay for all of the expansions. Like I don't think Standing Stone Games has a buy one get all pack. I think you have to buy in each individual expansion. I know my brother and I got the quad packs years ago. I don't even know if the quad packs are still available, but the quad pack was a very good deal at the time because it was like $40 and you got 4 expansions for 40 bucks. Um, and then the base game was free to play. So it was like you're getting 5 expansions for $40 at that point. And I've still, despite the fact that I've been playing these games all these years, I have never gotten beyond Rohan. And I'm actually going to try to do that this year. I'm actually going to try to get beyond Rohan, which means I'll need to go out and purchase um, the Helm's Deep expansion. Which, by the way, there are a couple of ways to do that. You can either pay for the expansion pack with cash, or if you're running a monthly subscription and you're saving those Lotro points that you get every single month, eventually you can buy the expansion with the Lotro points that you're earning every month for your subscription. And let me just look here. I forget where it's at. Content, expansions. Where's it at? Helm's Deep is 4,200 points. So, I mean, if you're only getting 500 points a month, that would take quite a while to save up that amount of points. That's 6 months of expansions, or 6 months of playing, excuse me. Not quite six, but yes, it is. I can't do math again. That's what I'm saying. It'd be 8 months, sorry. But you also earn points through playing the game, so by doing deeds and all this other stuff. So that's something where you might be able to get, between your monthly points and playing enough and getting deeds and all these other things, you might be able to get 4,200 points in a few months as opposed to 8 months. But the other way to look at that is if you're going to be playing the game a lot like I am, and you're just going to be working your way through it over time, and you've got the subscription going on in the background, and you're just earning the points every single month, you'll eventually be able to, between earning in-game points and what you're earning through your monthly subscription, you eventually get to the point where that subscription or that expansion pack kind of pays for itself. That's just my viewpoint. Anyway, I'm going longer on this video than I thought I was going to do, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Again, this was the video I wanted to do as a counterpoint to my previous video, which was back in September, which you can also check out, where I talk about, is the free-to-play version of the game worth it? And I think it is. If you're only going to play a couple days a week and you're going to play sporadically and you just want to kind of play this game in a very casual way and you're not going to put a lot of time into it and you just want to go out there and enjoy Middle Earth. The free to play option is amazing because you can pretty much explore the entirety of the game without needing to ever pick up a subscription. Um, but there are a lot of limitations to the free to play, which annoy me, which is why I'm more than happy to just pay for the VIP and get rid of all those limitations like the gold coin cap and not being able to have access to all my perks. And I like having rest XP and all that kind of stuff and using all the fast travel waypoints and being able to use my destiny points. And those are all the fun things for me. And I love the bonuses that you get from time to time when they run the server bonuses. So for me, VIP is totally worth it. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I know VIP versus free to play is a controversial thing for a lot of people, but it is what it is. I enjoy it. I love this game. I've been playing it since launch. I will be continuing to play it until such time as they decide to sunset it. Same thing with Star Wars Old Republic. So, thanks everybody. Let me know in your comments below what you think, and we will continue playing this game and doing LOTRO cooking in real life episodes for those of you who like to eat good food from the Lord of the Rings world. I'll see everybody in the next episode. Cheers.